Right, we have our items table view controller here, so we can see all items. But what we are going to do is, whenever we click on an item, we want to be taken to a new view where we can see our item in details. So let's go ahead and design this. First, I would like to go here where our navigation is for our category, select our button, and we're going to set an image here, which is going to be home icon. That now we have our home icon here. This is coming with our assets, in case if you don't know, it's here. And the next thing we're going to do is to design this item view controller, which is going to show our item in details. So let's go and grab a view controller and we can start designing our item view controller. So I'm putting it right here. We zoom in on this and we're going to need a few things here. The first, we're going to have a collection view on top, which we are going to use to slide our images. Then we are going to have some labels and the text view so that we can show description of our item. So let's start from our collection view. I'm dragging the collection view out and using my blue guidelines here to set the size. We're going to do this from border to border, and the height I'm going to keep this 200. And let's go to our constraints and add our constraints here. So top, left and right will be 0 and height will be fixed to 200. Then we are going to add few labels. So this one is going to be a big one because we are going to use this for our name of item name. So let's change the font to be title 1, and yeah, we just move it a little bit up, and let's set our constraints for this one. So it's going to be 8 and 20 on the sides. The next thing, we're going to set the price. So I'm going to grab another label here, and this label will be underneath and will contain a word price. Yeah, and then let's make it a bit smaller. Then I'm going to copy and paste this thing right next to it, and here we will be using this label actually to show the price itself. So let's make this one smaller. And also I'm going to change the color here to something like dark gray. So let's set the constraints for this one. I'm going to keep like 8 points on top, 20 left, and let's make like 3 points on the right. And I forgot the width. Let's just enlarge this a little bit. And let's make our width to be, let's do it 54. Okay, and the next one, we're going to do our actual price label, which we are going to hold our price in, and we need to make it even bigger. Let me just remove one of the constraints, and we're going to add this again. And select this, select the constraints. It's going to be 8 points on top, 3 points on the left, and 20 points on the right. So it looks like okay to me. And finally, we're going to copy this price. I'm going to put it underneath. Let's enlarge this. This is going to be our description. So let's remove the extra constraint we have on it because we just copied and width came with it as a 54. Instead, we are going to do 20 points on top and left and right the same number. So we have this, and the last thing we need is a text view. So let's get one. Just put it here, and this is going to be right under our description. it looks like we have a bug here again with these text views. Okay, let's do it right this way. And at the bottom, we're going to go all the way down to our blue guideline, which is showing where our safe area is. And let's add our constraint 0 at the bottom, 20, 20 on the sides, and let's make 10 points on top. So we have our labels image view and our collection view. So select the collection view cell, and we're going to enlarge these just to make exact same size as our collection view. I'm not sure if this worked. No, it didn't. Let's do it again. It doesn't look like it's working. So let's just command P. Maybe our Xcode will come back to life. So we have our cell selected. Let's make it. Doesn't want to change this size. So let's see what else we can do here. Maybe by changing a label, we'll make it back. No. Okay. All right, let's keep it for now. Maybe after restarting the Xcode, this will come back to life. What I'm going to do in this lecture is just jump to our main views here, Command N, and we're going to create a CocoaTouch class. This is going to be a subclass of UI view controller, and I'm going to call this ItemView controller. Click next, click create, and quickly jump to our storyboard. And everything is black now. Let's just change a label. Select our view, and we're going to set this item view controller as a class that controls it. Let's just quickly check if our resizing will work. No, it doesn't. All right, so in our next lecture, we're going to do the connections of our user interface to our code.